pumpkin cookie cutter soaps, we need soap base, and this is Melt and Pour soap base, and it's white. We're going to use 20 ounces. We have a cutting board and a knife to cut up the soap into chunks. We're going to melt it in a Pyrex measuring cup. We're going to use 2 because we're going to do 2 colors. So we also have stirring sticks. These are from the hardware store. We're going to use orange soap colorant. This needs to be soap colorant so that it's skin safe. We also have a scent, and we chose pumpkin pie, of course. This is fragrance oil, and it is skin safe. This is a spritzer filled with rubbing alcohol. That's for a little trick we'll show you. We have a chopstick for swirling. We have, the cookie sheet. This is kind of a brownie pan cookie sheet. And then finally we have a pumpkin cookie cutter. We heated our soap up in the microwave. It took about 2 minutes total, but we did a minute and then 15-second increments and stirred it in between. And now we're ready to add the color. We're going to add the color just to one of these, and that way we'll have 2 colors. We'll have white and we'll have orange. So this is our orange soap colorant, and I'm just going to squeeze some in there, see what the color looks like. We want it pretty rich. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit more. Depending on what kind of soap colorant you have, you'll put more or less in. So we maybe did 15 drops of this brand, but it's hard to know what brand you're going to find at your craft store. So you'll just have to test it out and see what color you like. I'm going to give that just a little bit more. Of course, it's very pastel because it's being mixed with the white soap. So that looks pretty good. I'll give it a pinch to grow an inch here. So there's our orange soap, and then we're going to add our pumpkin pie scent. Ooh, almost spilled that one. We're going to add our pumpkin pie scent, and we'll add it to both. We'll do about 7 drops. And that also can depend just on how scented you like your soap. That smells good. It smells like Thanksgiving. So stir both of those up. And you can reheat your soap in the microwave for another 15 or 30 seconds if you're starting to get a skin. And now we're ready to pour. We're going to pour in our 2 colors. This requires 2 hands. And I'm going to mix them up a little bit. Make sure there's a little orange in the white, and there's a little white in the orange. A little more orange over here. And next I'm going to do some swirling action. So we're just going to swirl and swirl. Then we're going to set it on a level surface. And as the bubbles form, you'll want to spray with a little rubbing alcohol. And that pops the bubbles, so that your top of your soap will be nice and smooth. And now we're just going to let it cool. Our soap is cooled, and you can see it's kind of come away from the edge of the pan a little bit because it shrinks when it cools. So that means we can just turn it out onto our cutting board just like that. And it looks really cool. If you have any imperfections, we have a couple spots, we're just going to avoid those. And we're going to use the cookie cutter and press out some pumpkins. Pumpkin pie is the smell. You should smell it. It's delicious. But we're going to press out some pumpkins. You have to give it a little bit of pressure. Goes all the way through like that. And then pop it out. You can also, if you're having trouble getting your pumpkins out, you can heat up some water and heat up your cookie cutter. But there is one of our pumpkins. I'm just going to cut out a couple more here. And this is going through pretty easily, so I think I won't need the warm water. And that's one of the fun things that we like about using the cookie cutter process with the cookie sheet is you can mix colors together like we did the 2 colors, and you can do 4 and 3 colors. It's fun. And then you can just take off these little edges with your fingers because soap is nice and soft. And there you have some darling little pumpkins.